It's time for the Community Art Showcase. Last month I gave you the prompts for Robot. But before we can see what you all did with that, beyond the blurred thumbnail behind me, we must of course give you your next prompt. And so, for your next Community Art Showcase, your prompt is Spaceship. And bonus or even perhaps triple points if one of you somehow does my absolute favorite spaceship, which I don't know if I have said which one that is on this channel or not. Regardless, your next prompt is spaceship. So get that done by the end of the month and send it to me through the usual ways. Let's get into what you've done. First off, from my brother, we have another bit of pixel art this time around with this scrapped together robot. I quite like it. We've got quite a bit of interesting detail work going on, a bunch of wires hanging all over the place. You got some interesting patterning going along. It almost has a bit of a clip art look to it mixed with pixel art, with how the pattern is, flat, but the model is dimensionalized a little bit. You know what I mean? I quite like it. Oh, I didn't even notice the little buildings down here. Neat. Now, like I said, I do really like this one. I enjoy the cobbled together aesthetic a lot. Your blending on the sky is a little hard edged. I'd appreciate it if you further scattered your various sky tones a little bit more. A little bit over here too. But you got some good perspective going on with this box over here. Shadowing is a little harsh though, maybe one layer of lighter shadow before you get to the full black. But overall, again, I do really like it. My tracking doesn't seem to want to point my head in the same direction as my head is pointing, so it's gesturing a little. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah. Actually, this arm here in particular, and this leg a little bit less, kind of remind me of the Connects pieces. Any of you ever played with Connects as a kid? Nicely done. Next up, from my sister, we have this character, which I have been assured is in fact a robot. It's kind of a Doombot body double type scenario. They're a canon character. I don't remember who they're actually supposed to be, if I'm being honest. But they're from a comic, presumably a Marvel comic, because she's been reading a lot of those. Probably something related to Moon Girl, because she's been reading a lot of them. But I don't know who this is. That said, there is quite a lot of this one that I do like. And let me shrink myself down. It's one of my canon powers now. I'm establishing that right here, right now. You want to use that on Art Fight, you can. Anyway, where is wrong thing? Shrink down a bit more. I really like how you have your city, your buildings, and the different perspectives on them, and the fading into the background. I think that's quite nicely done. You got your character artwork too is not bad at all. You got a little funny perspective on the neck because this is them looking back, but like it looks like they're you need like some shading or something right around here to show that they're looking back and not their head is on sideways, maybe a little bit. But the biggest issue, and one we discussed when you first gave this to me, is your shadowing and your thus relative scale, because this isn't supposed to be a giant character. This is a human to adolescent size character from what I was told. And you admitted that you kind of messed that up. Like I said, it's something that you knew about too, so can't harp on it too much. And again, overall, I do quite like it. Oh, I just realized the little wind wisps. That's fun. I like that. I like that a lot too. Now, back here also, since this is supposed to be a building that's faded out to the point where all you see is the lights, I would have had these lights blurred a fair bit more heavily than they are, because so they would look like they're far off distant lights being blurred through the fog rather than full on squares. But altogether, I do really enjoy it. I also might, in fact, be stupid because right here it says interview with the robot by the author's name that I can't quite make out at the size I have this on my screen. View it'll be bigger. So, yeah, they're from interview with the robot, not what I was thinking. That's my bad. I don't know how I missed that. Like I said, I may be stupid sometimes. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. And up next, we have one more from my sister.
Now I tune my jump synchron with my speed warrior.
Yes, I am really doing this.
From two come one, and from one will come great power. Watch as they merge their might. Synchro summon! Appear! Jump warrior!
Look, I can acknowledge the hype even if Junk Warrior is nowhere near as cool as any of my blue eyes. That said, I do think you did a pretty good job on it. Even went so far as to do the full Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime style card. I like it. That. You do have, I think, a little too skinny legs, and that fist should be bigger if we want to be character accurate. But overall, especially for what I think is your first time, or at least the first time you've shown me doing one of these, marker art like this, really nice. But because I don't have much more to cover than that, and we've already wasted a bit of time with the Synchro Summon clip from the anime joke, we're going to move on to the other bit of marker art we got for this one. And that would be Obese Rad 44's marker drawing of Baymax from Big Hero 6, if you've somehow having never seen that. Let me shrink down again. I really like this one. I think you have done fantastically on it. Not only do you have like some really nice edge shine on all of your different armor segments, with how you've done your markering on this one, you've gotten like almost full on shiny metal texturing from how you've done your marker strokes, and that is genuinely pretty impressive. You've got solid, clean line art. Like, the only thing I can even slightly contend about, but that could just be shading, is you got this fist and this foot darker than this foot and this fist. But, like, that's a tiny nitpick. You have done really well on this one. I very much like it. But as I have mentioned before in a few of these, it being really good doesn't leave me much more to say than it being really good. So, we're going to go to the last one we have today, and this one is a bit interesting, because you see, for the last showcase video, we're essentially going to be doing a mini react video, because the channel OIS Music has decided to make a video for the art showcase, which, if you haven't seen them, which you probably haven't because they are critically undersubscribed, go check them out. They do they make their own music and have different Blender animations for it. I listen to them a fair bit while I'm working on some of my longer projects. They're pretty cool. And they had me hop in as a collaborator for this one because it's for the showcase. So hopefully you guys will see this video on your own in your own feed. And hang on, am I not I should... Oh wait, am I not? Okay, it's just because it's the collaborator thing. That's why I was saying subscribe. Anyways, let us check out from OIS Music, Stinger Protocol. Oh, this is cool. Well, this is really cool. It's a little bit of jank there, but we'll move past it. That was really cool. I mean, again, like I just said, it being really cool doesn't let me say too much about it, but yeah, that was awesome. Okay. let's let's run through that one more time and see if I can actually point out anything that could be tweaked, but I know you spent a lot of effort on this one. It's why this showcase got extended for a little bit, because you requested a bit more time to render. I really like the city shot. It stutters a little bit, but I think that's because it was just taking forever to render, and you had to drag it out a touch. This shot is really nice. The camera is a little jerky, but it's still really cool. You maybe could have had the launching of the debris on your Scorpion robot be a little slower, because it's pretty much just there and then gone in an instant at the moment. But I do really like the design of this Scorpion robot. It is really well done, pretty intricate. I was gonna say its movements feel a little jerky, but it is a robot, so that does make sense. Them being quick and abrupt does actually fit when you're thinking about it. Now, you do have this piece, and I think another instance of it over here kind of wigging out. I think, yeah, I'm assuming there are rigid body physics, and it's just kind of throwing a hissy fit because Blender physics sometimes does that. Your camera shake here is a little rough. There is a add-on you might want to look at. I think it's called like Camera Shakeify. I'd actually let me pull up Blender and check that real quick. What is that? It was the Camera Shakeify add-on that I was thinking of. It's more for a person mimicking a person holding a camera than environmental camera shake, but I figure it might work for that as well. Might be worth giving a look. Anyways, let's get back to it. Finish examining. Again, I almost want to say the leg pattern here is too uniform, but it's a robot. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be offsettingly smooth. Unsettlingly. This shot I really like. It's well framed. Camera shake here too is a little extreme, but and you told me that there was supposed to be a missile object here. It's just for some in one of your layers of hiding and unhiding things that it got accidentally clicked as not to render. Which, I mean, you already know. You're the one that told me, so. But I figure I should say that. So cool, even without them. Oh, I just realized it's. How did I not realize that that's a machine gun on the tail a moment ago? Cool. Hang on, was that donut? Let me see if I can pause on it. Can I pause on this? Did you sneak in the blender donut into your wireframe cut-throughs? I was initially going to pause and say that the wireframe cut-through cut-ins were cool, but then I saw that, and I am pretty sure you spliced in a blender donut there, and I think that is hilarious. Yeah, you did. You sliced in a blender donut. Jing. Yeah, that was really cool. Everybody, go give OIS Music some attention. Like I said, they do cool stuff. And I listen to their music a fair bit while I'm doing artwork. Once again, I want to thank everyone who took part for doing their entries to this community art showcase. I very much enjoyed seeing what all of you did, and I hope even more people take part in the next one, maybe. And if you want to take part in the next community art showcase, your prompt is spaceship. So, get that done by the end of the month and send it to me, either through the Discord, Bluesky, Tumblr, or if you want to do it like OIS Music did and make a full-on animated video, you can send me the link to that, or heck, even invite me as a collaborator if you want. And yeah, this was fun. I always love seeing what everybody does for the prompts I give you. I may go live again tonight doing some more art fight. I'm not 100% sure yet. It'll be, if I do go live, I'll probably make an announcement at about 6 or 7 o'clock on my time. So within an hour or two of this video going up, I'll let you know if I'm going to do another live stream or not. We'll see. What are you still doing here? The video's over. There might be some for you up there or some for you over there, but there's nothing left here, so hit the YouTube buttons and move on.